here. Welcome to your extended reading. So what Spirit had me do was first go look at the December general reading to remind us of what was happening in that reading. And we're going through, and then I just took notes about what Spirit wants to say. I also looked through the comments a little bit, and oh goodness, it just made so much more sense to me as to then looking back at the reading. So it looks like somebody went through a narcissistic situation, narcissistic personality, a disordered person, and then also realized that her father was a narcissist. This video, the general reading for her, really offers some great advice in terms of dealing with a narcissist or not dealing with a narcissist. It's not uncommon to learn once the realization that this person that you're trying to work with, once you understand, oh gosh, this is the narcissist, and you understand how narcissists work, and then all of a sudden a lot of things start to make sense. It's not uncommon to realize that one of your parents was also a narcissist. You learned growing up in that kind of environment, and until that's healed, it's like now as an adult you get into a relationship with another narcissist trying to heal the situation that calls it in. So Melchizedek came up in this reading talking about how your life experience is a reflection of what's in you. And so this, as an adult, another narcissist shows up because the wounds from childhood are still there. So if you had a narcissistic parent, you have a particular set of wounds, and a lot of them, identity struggles, the pleaser. Spirit wanted to speak to codependence, not ever feeling like you're good enough, always trying to survive, losing yourself, not knowing who you are. It's very common to, if you grow up in that environment, to shut down your heart space, to protect from emotional wounds, to protect your heart space, to shut down. And then there's where your identity, not knowing your identity, struggles, personal issues in life continue until we heal those. So what Melchizedek is saying is that this situation has come into your adult life so that you can heal the wounds from childhood. It also goes back further in this extended. They want to add this to this extended, that these wounds would have come from previous lives. Is the very, very energetic frequency kind of reason that you came into this life with parents like this. So you might have had some very traumatic past lives. You would then come into this lifetime with a parent, sometimes both, who are narcissists, and then until that's healed, you grow up in those situations, and then you bring in a relationship with a narcissist, and then once you finally realize what's going on, it's like, oh gosh, parents are that too. Now it so much starts to make sense. Until you realize what you're dealing with, it can still kind of feel like, okay, normal relationships are about give and take, and so you are kind of, you might be having grown up with that. Please forgive, they're talking very, very fast. Having grown up with that, you may be, sort of adopted, sort of codependent, pleaser, trying to be good enough to survive. You have adopted some of those traits, and so in an adult relationship, in your intellect thinking, you're dealing with a normal person, that you work with that. You work with things, and once you realize that it's the narcissist, and you do a lot of research around it, and you begin to understand that there is no working with a narcissist, It's an unworkable situation. It's unworkable situation. Sometimes our lessons in life are simply to recognize an unworkable situation. But when you've been programmed to try to be good enough, it's a perfect match for a narcissist, because you cannot be good enough for a narcissist. It's an unending loop. And so what they're saying is, back, in me, it might have been while you were in the sort of goose stage of this major transformation. You might have been at a place in this relationship where it was just very, very challenging, and maybe it had gotten to the place where your kind of soul just kind of went in to to sort of this the in the transformation, in the sort of the middle of the transformation, possibly still not fully understanding what you were dealing with. And it feels like at this point, Gemini, that if this resonates with you, that at this point you're understanding what you're dealing with. And we're getting that from the comments. The fact that there are 4 likes on this comment regarding the narcissist. The fact that there's another person who says, yep, same story. So if this resonates with you, and if this is what's happening, you have just figured out that you're dealing with a narcissist. And so then if you go back and look at this video, the advice and the messages, the insights from Spirit regarding this message is speaking to those who are dealing with a narcissist. Retreat. Retreat. It's an unworkable situation. It's unworkable. And the faster you can accept that, the sooner that you can just retreat from it and start to heal. The wounds go deep. And when they go to childhood and past lives, creating this childhood and then creating this relationship, and even if you get away from this particular relationship, if you don't find a way to heal these wounds from childhood and past lives, you will line up with another narcissist. These are very sort of particular types of wounds. There's a lot of them, and they're particular types of wounds that until it's healed, you'll continue to attract that. You also want to be mindful that it wouldn't be a surprise either if you were to find out that a friend is a narcissist, that a boss is a narcissist. There is really nothing else to do but heal these wounds, because otherwise that's kind of what you're left with. There is no choice but to retreat and heal these wounds from past lives and childhood. If you're in a relationship with a narcissist right now and you're looking at what these messages are saying about retreat, this might be why Spirit had me say for communication to only be in writing. Any communication, they're brilliant at taking words and twisting them around, and any conversation with them is just a game, and they just, right? So all communication goes in writing. You also want to protect yourself. So Elmoria came up, saying to shield and protect yourself. So as you leave a narcissist, you definitely do some research about the narcissistic personality disorder and what you want to look at as far as leaving, because they can really do some harm. They don't like it when you say no. They don't like it if you leave. They don't like it if you don't adore them and give them attention and energy anymore. And they very commonly feel like, how dare you? And you need to be punished. And they can cause some serious damage to your life. Much more than maybe what's going on now. So you want to be safe about how you leave. So do some research on that very carefully. Be very careful. So Hilarion is saying to retreat, detox. I mean, all of these words, absolutely. Detox, retreat, detox, clear, shield yourself, protect yourself in all ways on how you're going to leave. All communication in writing. Set your boundaries. So if you say no to something, they'll ask again and you'll say no, and they'll ask again and you'll say no. And so when you set a boundary, you just make it very, very clear. I already answered that, and then you just no more communication. They will test your boundaries to the limit. So I'm not at all surprised now that boundaries came up. And in this extended, they had me underline that many times. They also wanted to speak to the purpose of this, and it feels like they have a little bit in terms of the purpose of this relationship coming into your life now as an adult, if that relates, if you resonate with that. The narcissist coming to you now as an adult is asking you on a soul level to heal from your childhood and any past lives that would have inspired this childhood to be what it was. So you're being called to heal from childhood. No matter what is going on in the relationship with the narcissist right now, no matter what's going on, if you take the time to go within and heal some of those wounds from childhood, it disengages the narcissist. It will keep you safe. You will be safer. And you'll learn if you study about them, you'll understand that they at some point will just completely disengage and leave the situation and go find energy and food somewhere else if they're not getting it anymore from you. So what happens is as you heal this inner child, as you heal your inner child, you retreat from them. All communication in writing. I'm taking a break. I'm just taking a break, and you go within, take some time to go within and heal that inner child. Your outer world circumstances will change very, very fast. Very, very fast. But there is kind of an understanding that you have learned this in childhood. You have learned ways to survive with this. And so they're asking you to go within and heal that. This lifetime is very different from any other lifetime. This lifetime is about healing patriarchal wounds from lifetimes and lifetimes. The narcissist is the sort of ultimate abusive situation, the ultimate patriarch for healing. So as sort of healer training for you guys, healer training, you're in the PhD program. You're in the PhD program of healers. And the healing aspect, the level that you will become a tremendous healer corresponds with the challenges that you are going through and have been through. So you're sort of preparing to be an incredible healer. Having been through this, once you get to the other side, you'll be able to help humanity deal with similar situations. Cleanse, detox. Yes, the narcissist. So you're dealing with stress, betrayal, loss, anger, emotions from learned patterns of survival from childhood. So if there was a parent like that, and there most likely was, there's a purpose for this, and there's a purpose for this in terms of asking you to go within and heal this for lifetimes and for humanity. And there's also the purpose for this regarding training for your purpose. Every situation we go through is some kind of training, some kind of purpose training. What are you designed for humanity and helping, create our new world? What is your purpose in doing that? And the experiences that we go through are in direct education to that purpose. So for you guys, it's gonna be amazing. Healers are in the making is what is the bigger picture and the purpose for this. Don't back down, meaning don't back down from yourself. Allow yourself the time to go within and heal. And, I know what it feels. It's like, be strong, be deliberate, do the inner work, do the healing. It can feel really hard to do that when, especially if you don't retreat. If you're kind of still living with someone with that and trying to work with them every day, it's an unworkable situation. This is why it's almost like in the very beginning of the reading, oh, they're talking so fast. In the very beginning of the reading was to retreat. That's like step one. Step one is to get yourself out of that situation safely. Then detox, do all kinds of things for self-care, self-healing, doing some inner work. Go within to that inner child that feels like he or she is not good enough. He or she absolutely is good enough. There's a lot of healing that is being asked for from your inner child. Some of you might be working on that now. So some of you are going, yep. And so some of you might be working on that now. They're saying to let the love in, let that love in, set your boundaries for yourself, to give yourself time to heal from this. Healing, detox, self-care, loving yourself, saying no, stand up for yourself, set your boundary. Nope, I'm going in and I'm going to heal this because it has to end. It has to end. You don't want to end up sick. And that level of toxicity, it is so toxic. That level of toxicity, the ultimate thing is that it lands in your body. An autoimmune disease is rampant with narcissistic, abusive targets. End up with autoimmune. And you don't want that to happen. If it hasn't happened for you yet, please hear this message to go in and heal your inner child before it gets to that point. Just say no and retreat safely. Taurus then comes in there at the end, right near the end of the reading, to say that your thoughts are magnetic and miracles can happen. And so that's what they're saying, is that yes, when you go in and heal that inner child, so from your childhood, you got all this programming, you got all these wounds, you have been physically, emotionally, mentally abused. So you've just got all these wounds all over, right? It's just these wounds. And so you go in and you heal this one, and you heal this one, you heal this one, and you heal this one. And miracles start to happen in your life. It is really incredible to watch. It is really incredible to witness for yourself when you go within and heal. So be deliberate in going within to heal that inner child. Love your inner child. Love that inner child like you didn't get when you were a child. Go in and love and talk to them, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault. Right? It's not their fault. And love them whole. And what Horus is saying is that when you do that and you change your thoughts about how you perceive yourself, you love yourself, and you take care of yourself, those thoughts will resonate. And Horus is saying miracles will happen, and they're ready, right? Horus is saying that they're ready to bring these miracles to you just as soon as you can resonate with them, which happens when you heal this, you resonate with one of their miracles. You heal this, there's another resonance with another miracle. Your life happens like that fast. Things will change that fast to bring you healing and a better, easier time. Sometimes the lesson is that it's not possible to work with a person. Sometimes we continue to try to help them understand something, try to compensate, try to work with them, and sometimes the lesson is that it's just not workable. And so retreat. So that's what they want to say about this general reading. I hope that that's helpful for so many of you. If you, it would be good, we would do well to go back and watch that one again and really look at the advice and what Spirit, the messages that Spirit shared in that. They're very, very appropriate if dealing with a narcissist. You do want to retreat safely. Also do a little bit of research on the narcissistic personality disorder and the narcissistic abuse kinds of things for healing. Melanie Tanya Evans, really, really helpful. Lee Harris, energy.com, he's another one who's put together a narcissistic sort of program that can help those who have been through this. And then you guys, now having been through this and healing through this absolutely, you feel it already that this will be in line somehow to in as far as, you know, sort of healer training towards your purpose for being here and what you'd like to do. So, okay, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. All right, so then they want to look at the comments, and so we kind of looked at that a little bit. From your dream is that first comment that I've referred to now a few times. Thanks. I just got a relationship with a narcissist. Made me realize Dad is one, and I'm on the YouTube channel right now on the Gemini page. If you want to join me, there's a few comments that we're going to respond to here, every one of them. It says that I just got a relationship. Are you meaning that you just got out of a relationship, or that you just figured out that you're in a relationship with a narcissist, and now you also realize that your dad, you know, I feel that's the reason I had so many identity struggles and personal issues. Yes. All my life I thought we were soulmates. Yes. Right? Yep. I thought he was the only person on the planet who got me. Now I know it's all a mask. Everything else resonates too. Yes, everything about them is a mask. Everything about it. You know, that whole love bombing phase that just, yeah, they study you like a computer, you know, genius. They study you, and then they become everything that would fill all of your holes. And so it just looks like they are just the perfect soulmate for you. The whole thing is an illusion. Everything about them is an illusion. Nothing about the way that they are presenting is real. And this is why when you heal those wounds, they've nothing to attach to anymore. They have nothing to attach to. Heal those wounds. And so felt like you were soulmates. Now that word soulmate has come up quite a bit. Spirit would like to speak to that word soulmate. They're souls that come together for not just the romantic, perfect, you know, the perfect partner idea. We've sort of, as a human species, been programmed into thinking, believing that there's a perfect partner for us. Twin flame is another expression. I think it's really, really important. I believe it's really, really important that we love ourselves first and, you know, heal our wounds, fill ourselves up to where we just radiating love out. And they're also really quick wanting to say what Elmoria talked about, clear and shield and protect. The shield comes from healing all of the wounds and radiating so much love inside of you from your higher self, loving yourself so much that it fills up and flows out, and that is what creates the shield. Not that you're putting up walls, because putting up walls keeps the love out too. It might protect you from negative, but it also keeps love out. So you don't want to put up walls in that way. You want to go inside and love yourself so much that it's just radiating out, flowing out. That's the shield that they want you to use. Okay, so they quick wanted to say that. Back to soulmates. All right, soulmates are souls that come together to help each other in their spiritual growth. And there is no question that a narcissist coming into your life will help you with your soul's growth. So again, you know, given that your dream you speak to, that now you realize your father is a narcissist, you hear that. That's very, very common that you grew up with that. That's why you would resonate with another one. you'll resonate with another one as well until that gets healed. If it's coming from past lives, a soulmate will come in to help your soul go within and love yourself. That's what spirit wants for every single one of us, to love ourselves to wholeness and then radiate out and be the healers that the world needs now. Healer, heal thyself. If you heard that? It's huge. Healer, heal thyself first. It's a bit like the airplane and the mask on the grown-up first. Put the mask on the grown-up and then you can heal people. So healing yourself first, filling up with love and healing yourself first. Your soulmate, she have come along to inspire you, to heal yourself, to end this, heal all the past lifetimes and heal your childhood wounds so that the next soulmate that comes along will resonate with you as a whole, loving, solid being who radiates love. You will then, as Melchizedek would say, resonate with someone who will also be loving and whole. That makes sense? So yes, they are soulmates. Narcissists, soulmates, just like everybody else. The souls that connect to help you heal yourself so that you are whole and so much love going out that you can now heal humanity. And as each one of us does this all over the planet, the healing, that's what's making it all over the planet. So that's what they wanted to say about soulmates. Very careful with that word, in terms of believing that it's someone who's going to sort of come and just love you and rescue you. The love that you're wanting is the love that wants to come through you. The love you're wanting wants to come through you. What you're not getting is what you're not giving yourself. Okay? I hope that helps your dream. Christina, I also hope that helps. I hope that helps you as well. You're welcome. Allison, this is so spot on. You're wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're so welcome. Oh, you're welcome. Christina finally sent the email, standing up for myself, working on thoughts. Yep. Very good. Sent the email. Very good. What Spirit would like to say to you as well, in terms of having all communication in writing, just put all communication in writing so that you have a record of everything this person says, so that if you get into a sort of dangerous situation, legal situation, if that happens at all, you want documentation of everything that they say. They will not want that so much. So if you require, in standing up for yourself, that everything is in writing. If you want to talk to me, put it in writing. That's it. So they're not going to want to do that. So you may not hear from them. Fine. And then anything that you write to them, keep it as short and emotionless as possible, is what Spirit wants to share with you in communicating from your side. Keep it very, very short. Keep it very short, to the point, only what's necessary that needs to be said. No emotion. Gray rock. No emotion. Because they have nothing to grab a hold of and twist and mangle. There's nothing. You don't give them words to work with. They're very good at that. So the fewer words, the better. So congratulations, Christina. Very good. Sending an email, keeping it in writing, standing up for yourself. Good for you. And working on your thoughts. Yeah, your thoughts. And the emotional healing, the emotional wounds. Yeah. Very good, Christina. I hope that helps. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, by the way. Thank you. Words around, yep. And your wounds, yeah. He'll keep poking those wounds. That's what they do. But hoping for some truth. You have the truth. You have the truth. No one else might see the truth, but if you know it, take solace in that. Goodbye and moving on. Congratulations. You're so welcome. And yep, happy birthday. Yes, a different kind of communication is how I responded there. Yeah, few words, always in writing. Yep. I hope that helps. Tammy, this is a very powerful read. I've been through negative situations throughout. Many people want to control me. Yeah. Control family, friends, lovers, co-workers. Yeah, they start to show up. They show up everywhere. Yeah. I have in the past 4 years cut them all out of my life. Good for you. Congratulations, Tammy. I've been stalked. Yeah, they will stalk you. They can be very, very dangerous. The narcissistic personality disorder is one of those classifications of, cluster B. You'll hear about cluster B, psychopath, sociopath, no conscience. Can make them very dangerous. So yes, they can stalk. You just want to be safe, So research how to keep yourself safe. I feel like I've been strong to keep moving, trying to heal. Very spiritual, yeah, very spiritual. Again, the empath, the healer types, those that want to help people, perfect for a narcissist until you heal that. Until you heal the wounds. There's nothing wrong with being an empath. Absolutely, it's wonderful to be an empath. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to want to help people. You just will learn once a lot of this healing can happen. You learn that it's not going to do anyone any good to try to help people who are not asking. Their soul is not asking. And you start to recognize that. You start to recognize that actually very, very quickly. So once you heal your inner wounds and are safely away from this situation, you will very easily be able to recognize this type of personality. If you even see them anymore, you won't resonate with it. So they won't be coming into your experience like they might be now. They just won't. They don't resonate with the whole loving being. No, there's nothing for them there. So I feel I'm transforming. Negativity is all around me. It's like a curse. It's not a curse. You've got wounds that are attracting them. There's Melchizedek again. These wounds attract beings that resonate with that, connect with that, push those buttons to help you see what wants to be healed, what needs to be healed. So you can shake it. Pray and pray for peace. Yes, you can shake this. Yeah, no, it's not voodoo. It's not voodoo. Spirit is saying, no, you can shake it. And the way that you shake it is by changing your focus. It's like right now I'm looking at the camera. But if I were to stand up and turn 80 degrees, I would be looking at this blue curtain. I wouldn't see the camera at all if I were facing the curtain. And it's that level of completely changing your focus from what are they doing now? What are they going to do next? Oh gosh, he said this, she said, he said, she said. Oh my gosh, what are they going to do next? They get in your head. So you want to get your head back, completely change your focus to your own self, your own inner wounds, and focus on healing your inner wounds, whatever they be, from childhood, from past lives, inner work. Melanie Tanya Evans just has an incredible process that can really help you do that. She's just one person. Teal Swan is another one that offers a program or a process where you can go within and heal. That's what you want to do. Change your focus. I really should write a book. Yeah, this could write a book. It is. It's the PhD program for healers. Is to be in relationship with the narcissist. You're very strong. Yes. Most would have given up. Yeah. Thank you for listening. I want to continue to heal. Yes. Set your boundaries. Detox. Love and light. Yes. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you for sharing it. Yes. We can do it. You would not have come into this situation if you couldn't handle it. There's a purpose to these things. This purpose has to do with your sort of healer training towards your purpose. So let's give it a purpose. The purpose, one, is to heal yourself. Purpose two might be teaching, learning, sharing, how to heal others, teaching how to manage this type of personality. It just depends on what your purpose is, but there is a reason that you're going through this. Number one is to heal yourself. Once that happens, then you'll have a much clearer idea of how you'll be able to use everything you learned, and it's a lot, towards your purpose for being here in this lifetime to help create our new, better world. Thank you. You're welcome, Blanca. Very good. Healing. Very good. Millicent, this is a powerful reading that I've heard. Yes, and I'm growing and I understand. Good. So on point through helping others. Oh, you're so welcome. Very good. Carrie, thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Stand ground, Luna. Shield, protect. Thank you. Yes. Ground. Underground, shield, detox, retreat. Safely. Search, retreat safely, research, detox, salt baths. There are so many things that you can do to self-care and healing these inner wounds from lifetimes and childhood and this experience. That's where you want to put your focus, and it will work itself out. Horus is here to say it will work itself out. Miracles will start happening very, very fast, you guys. I'm really excited for you. So hopefully Spirit's message here today was helpful. I love you guys. Until next time, take really good care of yourselves, and we'll talk to you soon.